The moment Wang Lin appeared, Zhu Quezi's entire soul trembled in shock. Standing before him wasn't the Wang Lin they once knew. This version shimmered with a crystalline luster across his bare body, a raw, unrestrained aura of evil majesty radiating from his eyes. It wasn't just his presence. It was a feeling, as if time itself had rewound and brought back something ancient, something terrifying. Zhu Quezi couldn't help but feel as if he was standing before the previous generation's Suzaku. A suppressed fear gripped his heart, as if history was repeating itself. He instinctively asked who Wang Lin truly was, only to be met with a proud question in return. Which generation Suzaku was he? Caught off guard, Zhu Quezi stammered the truth. He was the 14th generation Suzaku. But the weight of that moment only deepened when Wang Lin uttered a name few knew, Yi Wuyo. That name alone shattered Zhu Quezi's composure. It wasn't just a name, it was a buried truth, known only among the true line of Suzaku successors. The sheer fact that Wang Lin spoke it confirmed his worst fear. This man could very well be the legendary second-generation Suzaku, thought long lost to time. Faced with the possibility of such an existence standing before him, Zhu Quezi had no choice but to bow deeply and prepare to withdraw. Dun Tian tried to stop him from taking the fourth soul, but Wang Lin calmly permitted it, with one condition: return it after 3 years. And if he wanted to leave now, he had to offer compensation. Under Wang Lin's cold, commanding aura, Zhu Quezi submitted, slicing off 3 of his own fingers before fleeing. But 100,000 miles away, Zhu Quezi finally let his anger explode. He roared in frustration, demanding how someone like the second-generation Suzaku could possibly still exist. Yet even in his fury, doubts crept in. What if Wang Lin was bluffing? What if it was all an illusion? Still, the risk of testing him wasn't worth it. So instead, Zhu Quezi set his course for Suzaku Mountain, where he'd regroup and plan his next steps, all while hiding a mix of rage and fear toward the possible return of a dormant legend. Back in the soul-refining sect of the Pillar Kingdom, Wang Lin's body collapsed from the sky. His earlier confrontation had drained every last ounce of his strength. Dun Tian rushed to catch him, panic in his eyes. Wang Lin was pale, eyes shut, his expression twisted in pain. Dun Tian suspected possession. Something had taken over Wang Lin. But before he could act, Wang Lin weakly opened his eyes and stopped him. In a faint voice, Wang Lin admitted the truth. He had come dangerously close to losing control. Had he not stabilized the situation just in time, the consequences could have been far worse. And then the truth revealed itself. From between Wang Lin's eyebrows, a domineering voice echoed. A moment later, a tall, middle-aged man erupted from Wang Lin's forehead, shattering the atmosphere with his mere presence. The skies darkened, the winds howled. This was Situ Nan. His aura twisted the very heavens. Dun Tian was stunned, awestruck by the terrifying strength this man possessed. Wang Lin, with a bitter smile, explained what had transpired. Before the Suzaku fire had descended upon him, he had completed his breakthrough to the great way of infant transformation. It was during that trial that he helped awaken Situ Nan inside the Tianyi Pearl. Situ Nan had only just regained consciousness. Though his soul remained overwhelming, his physical condition was weak. But even in his weakened state, he had been the one to scare off Zhu Quezi with a single illusion. A masterful performance that leveraged his ancient authority to make the mighty Suzaku bow. Wang Lin, however, was deeply unsettled. Situ Nan had acted recklessly, and the consequences could have spiraled out of control. But Situ Nan simply laughed, boasting that he wasn't worried in the slightest. Why should he be? He was Situ Nan, the man who defied entire sections, the one who once dared to challenge the heavens. As Situ Nan explained his motives, he made it clear why he had forced Zhu Quezi to offer his fingers. It wasn't about revenge, it was about dominance. He didn't fear any future retaliation, because once he recovered, he intended to storm Suzaku Mountain himself and reclaim the fourth soul by force. He then turned to Dun Tian and solemnly promised to help the soul-refining sect restore its lost orthodoxy. After all, Dun Tian had been the one to raise Wang Lin and offer him the soul banner that played a critical role in nurturing him. The moment Dun Tian learned that this was the second-generation Suzaku himself, he was overwhelmed. He bowed deeply, with genuine reverence. Situ Nan, despite his pride, honored the old man's dedication. He reminisced about a friend from the soul-refining sect who had once helped him survive a deadly battle during the war with the Outer Realms. That memory fueled his resolve. Dun Tian, in those final moments, finally felt peace. His entire life had been spent preserving the legacy of the soul-refining sect. Now, having passed on the torch to someone worthy, he sat down cross-legged, closed his eyes, and let himself fade away. His soul merged into the Zunhun banner, eternally guarding the sect he had loved. Wang Lin watched all this unfold with a heart full of mixed emotions. Quietly, he stepped forward and kowtowed 3 times, honoring Duncheon's sacrifice. Though they hadn't spent much time together, Wang Lin deeply appreciated the man's help. He vowed that this debt would not go unpaid. He would take revenge on Zhu Quezi and restore the soul-refining sect's pride. Situ Nan smiled and told Wang Lin that their meeting was fate, a true stroke of fortune. Once his cultivation was restored, he would go back and settle all past accounts, wiping out old enemies one by one. Wang Lin, meanwhile, realized the Tianyi pearl had now fused with his soul. It could not be removed. But Situ Nan dismissed the concern. He didn't want the pearl anyway. The artifact had once almost doomed him, and he had no intention of repeating the past. Their bond ran deeper than mere teacher and student. Situ Nan had already come to see Wang Lin as a true successor, someone worthy of the path he once walked. So when Wang Lin offered to return the pearl as a token of thanks, Situ Nan refused outright. Kindness didn't require repayment, he said. But he did have one request: help him find a body to possess, so he could rebuild his strength. Wang Lin offered the body of Qian Feng, Zhu Quezi's disciple. But Situ Nan, out of respect for the kindness of the first-generation Suzaku, declined. He didn't want to cross that line. However, he had sensed something. A youth on the Vermillion Bird planet had an ideal body, seemingly created just for possession. He didn't know who the boy was, but his physique was perfect, and Situ Nan couldn't help but be delighted. So the two of them set off. Wang Lin summoned the mosquito beast to use as a mount. Situ Nan, seeing the creature for the first time, was instantly curious and asked what it was. When he tried to chase it down, the proud beast shivered in fear under Situ Nan's oppressive aura and turned back to Wang Lin for protection. Wang Lin, amused, tossed Situ Nan a jade slip. Inside was information about the strange star field where the mosquito beasts originated, a memory from the ancient god 2C. Situ Nan's confidence wavered the moment he read it. For once, even he hesitated. That place was no joke. Still, he couldn't help but try convincing Wang Lin to lend him the beast, first through threats, then by listing all the help he had given. Eventually, Wang Lin gave in. Situ Nan got his research subject. As they traveled, Wang Lin asked about the extreme realm. Situ Nan explained it was one of the 3 realms of the extreme path, a mysterious force that few dared to mention. Wang Lin then revealed a ball of white light, the substance known as the extreme. Its mere presence was a fatal threat to any nascent soul cultivator. Situ Nan's expression turned deadly serious. He told Wang Lin to hide it at all costs, especially from Suzaku. The Cultivation Alliance had been hunting for cultivators who possessed the extreme. If discovered, they'd be executed on sight. Wang Lin wondered aloud if the extreme was somehow connected to Situ Nan's Huangquan Xianxia Ju technique. Situ Nan agreed it was possible. But the truth remained elusive. Cultivating the extreme was a path with low chances of success and high cost. But the fact that Wang Lin had already formed it, and controlled it without being consumed, was remarkable. Next, Wang Lin asked about the star cultivation crystal, wondering if it could help evolve the extreme. Situ Nan answered honestly. The crystal was not a good thing, but anyone hoping to escape the confines of the Vermillion Bird planet would need it, or else face hidden dangers. Just as he began explaining more, he sensed something nearby. A group of immortals were performing an ancestral sacrifice, using a tree to extract strange powers. Situ Nan recalled that the first Suzaku once used a forbidden art here, a technique with a fatal flaw, but incredible power. He decided to investigate personally and asked Wang Lin to wait. As all this happened, ripples of Situ Nan's terrifying aura spread across the Vermillion Bird Star. Chu Yunfei, a powerful cultivator of the Qianyu sect, sensed it in the eastern sky and set off immediately, followed by dozens of strong cultivators. In the south, another army took flight, led by a stern, bitter old man from the Daipo sect. Even he couldn't help but smile bitterly, knowing his fate was tied to this new era of chaos. Meanwhile, Zhu Quezi had barely rested before setting out again, this time toward the west. The 5th ancestor of the immortal clan, deep within a shroud of thick black fog, narrowed his eyes. Something was off. He sensed a ripple, a disturbance caused by Situ Nan's awakening. Beside him stood Elder Sima of the Corpse In sect. He had come with a gift, a corpse ancient and powerful. Rituals began. Deacons activated spells, and a massive rotting corpse was pulled from a coffin. As the smell of death filled the air, a chilling aura spread across the region. Just then, Chu Yunfei arrived like a bolt of thunder, declaring war. The sky exploded. The two factions clashed violently. Amid the chaos, the ancestral Reincarnation Tree was awakened. Golden light erupted, shaking the heavens. But before it could stabilize, Situ Nan slipped into the battlefield unnoticed, devouring the tree's essence from within and causing it to collapse. The Immortal clan was enraged. For powerful elders used their runes to trace Situ Nan's presence, finally locking onto his position. But Situ Nan simply laughed and fled, taunting them all the while. He declared that he had no taste for their ancestral spirits, before vanishing into the skies. And thus, Wang Lin and Situ Nan left the Vermillion Bird Star behind, heading toward the Little North Flame Land. But make no mistake, this is only the calm before the next storm. The flames of rebellion are rising. The heavens will tremble. And Situ Nan, the fallen Suzaku, has just begun his march to reclaim what was once his.